Hey guys, on today's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about The Rescuers, released back in 1977. The Rescuers follows two mice, Bernard and Bianca. After they receive an urgent letter from a little girl named Penny, they race off to go rescue her from the clutches of the evil Madame Medusa. So, our overall thoughts and feelings on The Rescuers?
This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I neither liked it nor hated it. Probably more on the disappointing side.
I really liked it. I mean, it wasn't like mind-blowingly awesome. I wouldn't put this as like one of my top favorites of like the Disney classics, but I still liked it. It had a really nice story to it, I think. I do think it kind of suffered from being a little bit slow in some places, but in general, I really liked the story. I really liked the main characters, Bernard and Bianca. They were really cute. I liked their relationship and how they kind of just start off as friends, but then they become more than friends by the end, so they were really cute. And I just liked their whole rescue mission to save the little girl.
I just thought the whole thing was slow.
It was just a little too slow for you?
Too slow. There's only like a couple, and by a couple, literally a couple scenes that were more entertaining, which was mostly just the ending stuff. And I can't explain it, but it was quiet. Even when things are like exploding or, you know, just action stuff was happening, there was no sound. Like, I guess maybe there was no music in the background, and the sound wasn't really there. I'm not saying that it's because it's VHS like it was originally like that anyway, or they didn't put in enough sound effects for anything, and that it was just too quiet. Which made it slow and boring.
It was just kind of a very quiet movie in general. I mean, besides just the backing audio, if I guess is what you're trying to say, but just, I don't know, just quiet characters, even like just getting into that, just really quiet characters. These characters, they didn't really pop out in your face, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Madame Medusa was the most over-the-top character in the movie, but yeah, kind of quiet characters, just, I mean, considering that this is a story about rescuing a little girl, kind of a quiet sort of story, you know? I don't know. I'm not sure if we're explaining ourselves right by what we mean by quiet.
The story also just seemed a little all over the place. Like, how did Penny get kidnapped?
She ran away.
She ran away?
Yeah, the cat Rufus.
Uh-huh.
Well, remember Rufus was saying that she kind of ran away and Madame Medusa approached her and kind of kidnapped her, basically.
No.
Just took her in the car. Kind of persuaded her to get in the car with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Rufus apparently saw everything out the window.
Well, still, we didn't even find out, I don't think, till like really late into the movie why Medusa even kidnapped her. You know?
Because she wanted to
get those diamonds.
And I guess it's supposed to be she needed a little child to go down that hole.
Fit in the hole.
Because it was a really tiny hole, and obviously she couldn't fit down it. Her assistant couldn't fit down it. Her alligators couldn't fit down it. So I guess she needed a little child. I guess more specifically a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think she kind of made a big deal about wanting a little girl, because little girls are smaller still than little boys, I guess. So yeah, she just wanted her to go get that diamond that I guess she knew was down there. You know, speaking of Madame Medusa, I didn't like her. You know, the thing with Disney, a lot of times Disney villains, even though there are some despicable Disney villains, the thing is, it's like you still love them as characters. You love to hate them. But Madame Medusa, I don't know, I just did not like her at all. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hated her. She was just so cruel and evil, and I don't know, there was nothing charming or likable about her. And I felt like she was trying to be like Cruella de Vil, you know, I was getting, especially when she took off at the beginning of the movie to go to the bayou or wherever she was going.
Like in a rage?
Yeah, she was off on a rage, and she was in her car, and it was very reminiscent of when Cruella's in her car, driving around all crazy. But I don't know, it's just, it's like they were trying to give her these Cruella de Vil vibes with her character, but it just wasn't working for me. It's like I like Cruella much better as a villain than I liked Madame Medusa.
Though I did find it weird that at the very end, Bernard and Bianca were watching TV, and it was showing that Penny got adopted finally. But that's because, I feel like that's because she got popularity for bringing down these big criminals, and all of a sudden these parents, they seem like those type of people who are like, oh, this kid's on TV, they're a famous kid, maybe, we'll get some good deals with them. That's what I feel like.
I tried not to think that, though, because, the whole
They looked like nice people, but in the back of my head I was like...
I was trying not to think negatively about her all of a sudden getting adopted, because, I did feel for Penny the whole movie. She just wanted to be adopted. She just wanted some love and attention. She wanted a family that wanted her, because she kept seeing all these other kids at the orphanage get adopted while she got passed over. So it's like, I really felt for Penny about that. But then, the back of my head, she gets adopted after she finds this precious diamond and takes down some of these criminals, So it's kind of shady, But I'm trying not to think about that. Because, the man and woman, they looked nice and friendly. It was a well-done cartoon, though. I liked the animation. I mean, we were watching it on a VHS. It was really dull looking. If this was like a remastered version, the colors, they might have done something to pop the colors out more, but I liked the animation in general. It was really, really kid-friendly, I suppose, if that makes sense. So let's just move into some of our questions here. Favorite character? Like I said, I really liked Bernard and Bianca. I thought they were adorable. I also liked the albatross. He was hilarious. And what was he? Not the firefly. The
dragonfly?
The dragonfly. He was so...
He didn't talk, but...
Yeah. I felt so sorry for that little dragonfly. He was being worked to death. Everyone was using him so much.
I didn't feel connection to any character.
Really?
I didn't, like some of these other things, you're like, oh, I'm drawn to them immediately.
You just immediately latch onto a character. Yeah. You just didn't latch on to anybody?
Not really.
Yeah,
but maybe...
I didn't really either, but I still liked characters. I wasn't latching on to anybody like, oh, I love them.
But yeah, maybe the dragonfly. Yeah, he didn't speak, but you still knew what was wrong with him from what was going on. If he's tired, if he's freaked out.
Yeah. Rufus. Oh,
the
I want Rufus.
There should be a stuffed animal of him.
Yeah. Moving on to best song. Do we really even have a best song? I feel like we need to skip this.
That music was horrible. It got me sleepy because it was already like I was complaining about the movie being quiet. Then that music comes on. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think this movie, Disney typically has these great songs. Disney is known for its really catchy songs and lyrics, and these songs were so bland and boring. I mean, it's not like they were bad songs. I mean, they fit in the context of the movie, but
for a Disney movie,
for a kids cartoon,
that was a bit too much.
Yeah, for a kids cartoon, these songs were just too quiet. They didn't really grab your attention or focus. And yeah, I think I about fell asleep a few times. I have a feeling you were over there about to fall asleep a couple times.
Like, these weren't songs that the kids are automatically gonna sing when they get home.
Yeah.
I
think the only song that I liked was the little song at the beginning. With the United Nations of Mice, they were all meeting, the Rescue Aid Society, that little song. That was probably the closest song that I really liked. And it's like, that song, that sort of music, that should have been kind of throughout the whole movie, but it wasn't. Instead, we had this like beautiful...
really serious music.
Yeah, this beautiful serious music with this woman singing the whole movie, and yeah, it was just, oh, I wanted to go to sleep so bad. So, moving on to our favorite scene. Surely we have some favorite scenes.
Well, probably the stuff near the end and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked the scene because I guess I like the are the crocodiles.
Yeah, the crocodiles.
I did like the crocodiles because they were just funny too. They were just little fat things being whirled around. They were just cute walking around.
I liked them as villains more than I did Medusa.
But I did like when Bernard and Bianca got into the little boat house. They got stuck in the organ.
Oh, the organ, like the church-looking organ thing. Yeah.
They got stuck in there because the alligators found them, and then the alligator was sitting there playing it, and everything, and they keep popping up, and so and all that, and then Medusa comes out like, what the heck's going on? And then she starts shooting everybody. She shot her own crocodile. Nothing happened to it, I guess. And then I did like the very ending scene when they were Penny and Bernard and Bianca were in the cave, and they found the diamond. And they're trying to get out, and then that water was rushing in.
Yeah. That was the most intense action.
Yeah, it was the most intense thing
of the whole movie. Like, are they going to drown? It's a Disney movie. You know they're not going to drown, but still, that was the most intense part of the movie. Yeah, the whole ending. I love the whole ending. Yeah, pretty much starting once Bernard and Bianca actually got there. Because, yeah, before they even got there, that's where the movie was kind of slow. Just that whole beginning was so slow. Then, yeah, finally action kicked in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the whole thing with the diamond. Yeah, the whole ending sequence, you know, trying to escape from Madame Medusa, and they finally get out of there, you know. So, yeah, definitely the best part of the movie, that whole ending. We usually go into, like, our best line, our favorite line of the cartoon. I don't have one. We might have to skip this. Do you have one?
I just like when Rufus was talking to Bernard and Bianca, and he was talking about when Medusa showed up.
And he was trying to describe what Madame Medusa looked like.
Yeah, he was trying to describe her, and they were like, who took Penny? Not exactly the same exact line, but along the line of some trashy woman doing some sleazy business was trying to call Penny over into her car, and Penny didn't want to get in the car. Well, it was pretty funny that he called her a trashy woman, and she had a sleazy business going on.
This is like, you can obviously tell this is pre-politically correct Disney. Yeah, because nowadays in a Disney movie, you wouldn't hear a character calling someone trashy or sleazy. So, it's time to move into a book recommendation. I don't really have a book recommendation for this. It's more of like a fun fact. I did not know that this movie was based off a series of children's books by Marjorie Sharp. That was so interesting. I have never heard of these books. Have you?
No.
I've never heard of these books. Like I said, I guess just a series of children's books with Bernard and Bianca. They are mice in the books. Yeah, and just about the Rescue Aid Society going after people and rescue them, I guess. I don't know if this particular movie is based off of one of the books, you know, or if they just kind of took the idea of the books and put it in the movie, you know. Not really a book recommendation, I suppose, because I've not read these books. Just more of a fun fact. And if you like classic children's literature, perhaps, you may want to check out these books by Marjorie Sharp. So, our concluding thoughts on The Rescuers. If you had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it?
I don't know.
I'm afraid to hear your score. I'm afraid to hear it.
I meant to go back and look at some of our old videos to see what I gave some other movies that I didn't quite like. I don't know, it was a 4.
4? Stephanie!
Like, I don't think I would ever even want to watch it again. Like, I'd have to be, like, super bored, stuck on a deserted island, and the only movie I had left was The Rescuers. I didn't find nothing attachable to it that it would make me think, I want to go watch it right now.
Stephanie obviously did not enjoy this movie if she gave it a 4. I don't know. It's like I still liked the movie. It wasn't bad. I still liked it. I think I'll still give it maybe a 6.
I like that we finally have a different score.
When I'm kind of in the middle with a movie, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. I think I usually kind of give things about a 6. That's where I kind of tend to go. So, a 4 from her, a 6 from me. Man, you did not like this movie. I thought it was cute. It wasn't that great, but it was still cute. I am looking forward to The Rescuers Down Under, though.
Maybe that will redeem itself.
From our childhood, I remember kind of a lot more about The Rescuers Down Under for some reason. More so than this movie. I feel like we might have watched Rescuers Down Under a lot.
Yeah.
I just have a lot more visuals going on in my head about that one. And I do remember really liking Down Under. So I'm hoping when we do get to Rescuers Down Under, we'll maybe like that one quite a bit more than just The Rescuers, perhaps.
It can redeem itself.
Redeem
a 6.
6? She's still not even going up higher. So that's it for this Disney Rewind. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this Disney Rewind, you may like these other Disney Rewinds. Bye, guys.